Hi everyone. Okay, so you're seeing my face now. Yeah, my hair is purple. It's different. I filmed this video on like May 1st or something. It's like the middle of June. And I lost the intro to this video. After I filmed this and I filmed something else that I don't think was a YouTube video. I think I filmed an Instagram video. I wiped my memory cards because they were pretty backed up. So there's no intro. I thought I'd imported all the footage correctly. Wait, I did not. So yeah, this is editing me coming to you, and before I even get into telling you what this video is, you already read the title, I know what you know what it is. I just want to say that Black Lives fucking matter. Fucking duh, right? Like, I feel like that's just a goddamn given. But clearly fucking not, but, you know. I would offer to donate the AdSense in this video, but I make this much money from YouTube, so, I've made a couple donations to some bail funds, some groups and organizations. I'll link some stuff down below, as well as some petitions. But if you haven't already signed the petitions, what's wrong with you? Happy Pride Month, and enjoy this video. It's kind of a fucking shit show. The first products that I tried are the E.L.F. eyebrow pencils. It's probably for the best that you didn't have to see me use them, because I know it was a struggle. They're really, really waxy. They budge and slip and move all over the place. They do not hold at all. At all. At all. I tried to be precise. I tried to be heavy-handed. And I feel like the more I applied it, the more it just was like, and slid right off my face. So anyways, we're about to jump into is I have one eye done that I did off of camera. I primed my eyes with the E.L.F. Putty Eye Primer. I think I used the vanilla shade. It might not have been vanilla. The shade range is really tiny, and it's literally white, and then it's the first, like, paler skin tone shade, which isn't even that pale. I recommend it. It's definitely not as creamy as a MAC paint pot, and I feel like that was what it was trying to do. But anyways. Okay, so I finished one eye off camera. I'm going to do the other eye on camera, and we're going to get some thoughts on it. But before I do that, I almost forgot to prime my face, and I like to use... Normally I like to prime right around when I start my foundation. I have a friend who uses this, and she says she uses this, and you have to let it set. I thought she said 30 minutes, and I was like, that's a while. It's allowed to set for 30 seconds before applying foundation, but she said that she likes to let it sit a little longer, and usually that's, like, perfect. So I'm going to get in here. A lot of people when this came out were talking about how it's comparable to Miss Tatcha's Scent Canvas. So if you know me, you know I love Tatcha, so no offense Tatcha, but I'm going to use the E.L.F. one today. So I'm going to go in here and just do what I do with Tatcha. I swirl my finger, and I'm really just going to swipe and press. So as you can see, we've got a nice smoky eye. This primer has a little bit more slip than the Tatcha one does. I know I'm not here to like compare them, but I know that was a comparison like when this product first came out. Now, because we're doing a full face of E.L.F., I'm not judging anything too harshly because one product... Well, actually, no. The products should like each other. But I don't know how the E.L.F. foundation will perform versus how the foundation I like performs. Now, I will say this is giving my face a little bit of a shine. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go into the bite-sized eyeshadow palettes. This one is in the shade... This is in Truffles, Cream and Sugar, and Very Bad. Okay, so we're going to go into Truffles here. Now, the first thing I want to mention about these is they look really pretty. It looks like a really pretty color story. Let's go in here, and I really want to just press this in. They're pigmented, and also I'm using an eye primer that I've never used before. So anything that I'm currently saying could be because of the fact that I'm using an eye primer. Now maybe I'm crazy, but that color to me on the eye comes off a lot darker than in the pan. I was expecting this to be a really, really, really pretty warm tone transition shade. So maybe my expectations were just incorrect. But yeah, this is the lighter of the two shades in this one, so I don't feel like there's a lot of transition shades amongst these. There's a lot of paler colors, which would be good for, like, you know, setting the eyelid. If you like to do that, getting a good base color to blend it up into, but I feel like there's nothing that can really blend this out super gracefully. I'm going into the Cream and Sugar one, and I'm going to take the lighter color in here and do it. But what I noticed was, it kind of mutes out the other color and then makes it look ashy on me. At least. Like, it doesn't have enough of its own color or warmth to, like, blend out in, like, a pretty way. Like, I feel like this got really high because I didn't have anything too nicely transitioned through. So I guess on this eye, let's see if it was a technique. I'm trying not to pull so high. I'm trying to keep this eye look fairly simple. I guess that looks blended. In person, things look very different. Which happens, because obviously I'm using a camera and then I'm looking at a monitor and I'm like, oh, ooh, my DSLR camera made me look good. And then I realized, like, oh, hopefully that's its job. So, you know, I really built this up into the crease, trying to keep it focused and, like, winging it down. I have a really round face. I'm a chunky man, in case you hadn't noticed. So I noticed that recently, winging out the eye shape like this really makes me look snatched, versus if I go up, it hits into my brow bone, so it doesn't actually snatch it. And I kind of look like meh. I don't know, I did this for an eye look. I feel like I saw someone do it, remember? I watched too many beauty videos, so I'm sure someone was doing it. I want to say it was Rach Loves, but I don't think it was. I'm taking one of the darker browns within Truffles and Cream and Sugar. First of all, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but on the box, there's a lot of kick up in the pan. I'm going with the darker brown here to really build up depth in my crease. And then I'm going to go in here with this ashier brown, which is a very similar color. I'm going to do the same thing. I think if you buy one of the two, you don't need the other. But they're very, like, their color story is very similar. The big plus about all of these palettes is the shimmer. They're super buttery, super pigmented, super glittery. They're everything I want every shimmer to be ever. And somehow these are some of the cheapest. So my moms are watching Grey's Anatomy in the room next to me. I'm going to take a flatter brush and I'm just going to smudge black along the lash line. I'm being kind of sloppy because I'm going to go over this with a shimmer and then back over it with building. I'm just trying to get the shape that I want. And once I got the shape, I'm going to go in here with just like a tapered brush, like a small taper brush. And I want to smoke it out. I'm going to mix a little black with the brown just to really diffuse. And I'm going to build it up into the crease here a little bit. Some of that depth. I always feel like I struggle to figure out what my eye shape is. And I know that sounds dumb. Like, how do you not know what your eye shape is? But one day I think it's this, and then I do something and then my brow bone gets in the way. And I just get annoyed. These look nothing alike. I don't love them. I don't know. I don't love the mattes. I think the shimmers are great. Like, if you're going to buy anything, or if you're going to use anything out of these, I think the shimmers are where it's at. Again, I'm trying to do like a very user-friendly eyeshadow look, so I'm going to go in here with my finger. That's bright. And really just blend it out. Like that. So right now, this looks so messy, it's not even funny. I'm going to take a flat packer brush, and I'm going to clean up with the darker shimmer shade in this palette. I'm going to get a little bit of precision on the outer edge out here, because I want this to really snatch up the eye and really brighten and hold its pigment. So now I'm going to take this fluffy brush and I'm going to go back over all our edges just so it's not super harsh and is like playfully messy. I'm not going for like a defined cut crease type of eyeshadow shape. I really just want to like brighten and pull. Now that we've done that, I want to go back in with our tiny tapered brush and I want to take a little bit of the black and just re-intensify that winged liner thing we got going on. And that's the look. That's the eyeshadow look, people. See, it came together. I usually, now if you've been watching me, you know I do a harsh contour with cream product before I go in. They didn't really have any cream bronzers that I noticed or saw, so I'm going to go in here with some of this liquid highlight. Whoa. Whoa. I'm going to apply some of this liquid highlighter underneath the foundation. Or jelly highlighter? What is this product? Yes, they're jelly highlighter. Okay. I'm really building this up and just making sure that when we put foundation on, we still have like a glow. I think that's subtle. It's a healthy flush. All I have today is foundation. I don't have any fancy. They didn't have cream bronzers. I'm kind of upset about it. Is that weird? This comes with a pump. Can you please tell me why this can come with a pump, but... What's that other foundation? Oh my god, I grabbed this too. I hope this is nice and not like inconvenient to the world. It's like a little hand thing. Or it's probably for your wrist. I just have fat wrists. But it's like a palette, so you don't put product on your hand like I was doing. I feel like that would be really nice when working on clients, and then it feels more sanitary and you don't have to worry about getting foundation or things on you. So I'm going to go in here with two little pumps. This is in the shade Alabaster. I've never used this. I bought it the one time because I was like, I'm going to try it. And I never did. I think in beauty school I used it. This one girl, like, we were playing with makeup and supposed to bring her makeup in and do stuff. And I ended up doing her makeup. Oh. I mean, it's definitely perfumey. Like, it's definitely got a fragrance to it, which I'm not usually a fan of for skin products, but I get it. Like, sometimes, like, SPFs have a smell, but this smells, like, florally. I don't think I like the sponge. Yeah, I don't like the sponge for foundation. It's too small and I have a man face. The sponge also gives a little extra coverage, so I'm wondering if... Oh, yeah. That saved the day a little bit. I'm going to do another 2 pumps of foundation just because that was not enough. It's a thicker consistency than I'm used to. I've been using, if you watch my videos, this is a little light for me. It's a lot light for me, isn't it? Yeah. I'm always on a mission to either do my foundation too dark or too light. This is like a little bit ghost. I don't know what I expected from a foundation shade named Alabaster. Oh, I hope this bronzer's good. I'm not going to judge the foundation yet because it's not powdered. And the last foundation I tried that was a new product, I ended up taking the foundation off because I didn't like her back. Hello. This feels really thick. I mean, and for the coverage that I'm getting, I don't like that it feels this thick. Like if I had the fullest coverage and I didn't just use 4 pumps of foundation, granted, I'll give it that I do have a man face, so like the amount of product used necessarily wasn't the foundation's fault. Okay, I'm really trying to dance around the edges. I mean, this is convenient because let's say you're working with clients. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We're ready for the next person. I'll try this sponge back out with the E.L.F. Camo Concealer. I have the hydrating one. I don't like the other one. I think it's too dry for my skin. Holy shit. I'm gonna be pale as fuck. I mean, the bronzer said it's prime infused, so I'm hopeful. Okay, I feel like with this sponge, I can see every single bounce mark, and I feel like it's lifting coverage in the cheek. Wait, can you see how my redness is still peeking through? I did pick up a compact powder just because I've had loose setting powders do me dirty in the past. We've had some Flashback Mary incidents. This is the Smooth and Set Eye Powder. I look really ghostly. Should I pull a Kim Kardashian and post in my story? Ignore my pale hand. Sorry, I'm white. Give their sponge another opportunity to succeed. This is called a Smooth and Set, so I'm expecting to look like a baby's bottom. I like to bake, so I'm really just going to press this powder in and under. I don't like this sponge. I can say that with great confidence, without fear of offending anybody. It's not the texture I like. I don't. Let's open up the face powder. Why does my face look like that? This is not as pale. My actual neck. The back of my neck. I say the back of my neck because I don't take the shirt off in public for pools and shit, so my body is pasty. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this face powder in the shade Fair Light Bigger Brush, and I'm gonna set the rest of the face with this. This is a powder compact, so I'm not really expecting much from it. I don't really use compact powders. I take back everything I ever said about this. This foundation feels heavy. I just set my face and I have a cream blush to use, and I've never used cream blush. It's fine, not every day is a good day. Let's go with the cream blush first. That's the multi-stick in the shade Guava, I believe. I'm gonna take it just straight from the thing, and I'm gonna use my finger. No, I'm not. Please tell me that didn't just lift every ounce of my foundation. My god. Oh my god. Oh, don't you worry, honey. We are flushed up in this bitch. Okay, well, it's a pretty, like, the texture's nice. It's really creamy. It's got a sheen to it, which I like. Wow. Oh my god. I'm scared. I look sweaty. Don't the kids on TikTok like blush? If you blend it out, it's nice. I do think if I would have used it before I powdered, I would like it more. But that is a mistake of my own doing. This is the E.L.F. Jelly Drop Flush Blush. This is like, it looks like the other thing I used, the jelly highlighter, but now it's like blush toned. So I'm going to take a smidgen. I mean, not that it looks like we need more blush. I'm gonna pull it really far back. I mean, this is going over a powder really nice. I mean, now that I'm like looking in the monitor, I'm like, I don't hate it. I'm also afraid that this bronzer is not going to be cute. I need the bronzer to be cute. Right now I just have blush and pale-ass foundation. Should I re-powder the blush? Okay, this is the bronzer. This is the primary infused bronzer in the shade Forever Sun Kissed. I'm going to take it on like a dense brush, and I'm going to just press this into the high points. Oh, I kind of like this. Did they just do something there? Oh, this is nice. I'm going to go in here with like a fluffier brush. I'm really going to... It's got a good tone to it. I think it would look way prettier if I didn't bathe my face in blush. Granted, I'm trying to bring back warmth that my face didn't know it deserved. My nose looks dirty, I'm not gonna lie to you. I see what you see. I wanted like an effortless nose contour. I'm gonna say we didn't get that today. I'm gonna go back in with our compact and I'm gonna take my sponge and I'm gonna just hit it and then try to bake with it. Maybe also tone down the blush. Just a smidgen. I really like that bronzer. I usually use the butter bronzer, which... Okay, I'm going in here with this shade. I think this is Moon Dust. When I first started makeup, I bought this highlighter because I remember seeing that it was a really good one. But I do remember you had to scratch the top layer off to get it to show up as well. And I don't know if I did that to this already, so I guess we'll find out. Ooh. Okay, out of nowhere. Where did she come from? I'm really digging into this, but it's a baked blush, so like I'm not surprised. On the boop of the nose. Hi, sweaty in between your eyebrows. How are ya? Also, can someone explain to me why I did the most, like, smoky, cool tone black look, but then I have the warmest face? I mean, I look good. But did anybody think I wouldn't look good? Because if you did, fuck you. The last thing here is lipstick. Now, this KKW packaging of the lipsticks, which is why I was like, oh, I want that. Oh my god, that's small. And I'm not talking about your man's junk. This is in the shade Nectar. I mean, it looked really pretty. I'm gonna go in here with a L'Oreal lip liner. I don't have an E.L.F one. Okay, I'm gonna go in here with the shade Nectar. That's like way orange. Why is my mouth orange and my lip liner is pink? I'm gonna cry. The consistency of the lipstick's great. I'm just dumb and for some reason I picked a pink lip liner. If you're wondering why I always wear a pink lipstick, it's because pinks are my tones. The formula's great. Like, why do I look with lashes on? I was sitting here wondering, like, why can I love this? Like, why am I not just infatuated? Bitch, your eyes look bald. Let's grab a pair of Kiss lashes in the style. If you said Teddy, you guessed correctly. I'm having a rough makeup day. I'm aware of the problem. I am the problem. Welcome to my coming out video. I'm coming out as the problem. A really hard journey to get here, but I really just need you to know that I'm coming out as the problem. It's not a comical situation. There is nothing about this funny. Okay, so something I'd like to point out. This isn't that terrible. Can you see? You can. The center part of the, well, you can't see in the later one apparently. There's already some like demarcation in this, in the center of where I was putting my brush. I used this eyeshadow once. I prefer that eyeshadows don't do that. On the first use, I've used this probably, oh my god, a dozen times, and it's not really, you can't really tell where I touched. These have so much kick up that you can. That's not to say I wouldn't recommend that you buy them. Shimmers are honestly some of my top favorites of shimmers that I've ever used. Like, this is great. I love that I love these shimmers. The mattes are just a little tricky to work with. If you're new to makeup, I don't know that it's going to be easier to go with these versus a Morphe palette or a bronzer. I think like if you're new to makeup, you don't want something that you have to sit there and really just build, like build and blend and then not be able to fully blend out. Like, I know on camera it looks nice, but do you see how there's not a soft, smooth transition of color? Like, to me it looks like I have one shade that's dark all over, and then I buffed black into it, and that's it. With these, Like, you can just see that this is too light. This is an eyelid setting color. So the only one this one comes with is this dark, rich brown. And don't get me wrong, when you swatch these, they're super creamy. And that was like a big, like, whoa. And I'm sure if I would have focused in on this one, maybe I would have enjoyed it more. There's something about this color story that I like more. No, see, the fact that in this palette, this skin tone shade and then this dark color are all you have to work with, it's not 1-2 go. This one, on the other hand, is a little bit better with it. It looks like it is more 1-2 go. Brows, not my favorite product. I think if you were going to get a product from the drugstore, the NYX eyebrow pencil or the L'Oreal brow stylist definer are both worth the extra buck. I think this eyebrow pencil was $2. Love the eyebrow product. I think that if you only have $2 to spend on an eyebrow product, it's a good eyebrow product. Can you finesse it? Yeah, my brows look nice. As easy as using another product? No, it definitely took a little more time. So if you have more than enough time to get ready and you don't care that it would take time to finesse this and really work with it, by all means, I'm sure it's great. The eye primer is such a weird texture. It's very dry. It's a solid, and I'm personally not the biggest fan of eye primers. I like just using concealer because I think concealer is just as good. But when you touch this, it's got a much more rubbery, you really gotta dig. I would like to try the white one. The next thing, oh, the primer. I mean, I just went into my pores the other day with like a little like extractor, but I think the primer looks great. I do think it looks like a dupe for the Tatcha. As much as I love the Tatcha Silk Canvas, I can probably say that just from first glance of application, that's very comparable. Moving on to foundation, this is not good. It's not a bad foundation, but it's very thick, and I think it feels very heavy, and you're not getting a lot of coverage from it. When at the drugstore, you could pick up the Maybelline Fit Me, which is more liquidy and it dries down matte, or this foundation, which is super liquidy but has really, really, really good coverage. Fortunately, my skin right now is looking better than it has in the past, and I did like some treatments on it recently. If I had acne prone skin or I had textured skin that was like super duper textured, like I just did an exfoliant yesterday, so mine's not that textured right now. But if you had active acne or cystic acne, I think if you have skin that needs more coverage, you might as well go with something that is heavier and you get coverage from it, because this feels really heavy right now. Like, I don't feel like, I feel like, the concealer I love, I've been using it, and other than like when I cry, it breaks apart. Lots of products do. It might even be the powder I'm using, so I guess we'll see. This sponge is a no. It's not good. It's not good. There are so many sponges that I like. I picked that up at Target. You can also get the Juno & Co sponge at Target. You can also probably get the Face and Body sponge from Real Techniques at Target. This one is dirty. I mean, it's cleaned. Both are great. Better textures than this. I don't like the shape. I don't like the texture. No. Oh, our cream. The cream blush was super nice. I think the texture is really good. It applied nicely. It went over powder well. I can't blame it for lifting a little bit because it wasn't its fault. I think it was the sponge that I used. The face powder, this compact powder is good. I didn't love the Smooth and Blur little one, but oh, that's not it. I'm picky with powder, and I like a powder with coverage. That didn't have any. The last two items that I didn't use are lip lacquers. I don't really think that this... Oh, that's gorgeous. I got that and a clear gloss. I don't really want to use a lip gloss today. They were like $3. This is great. It's glittery and it's perfect. You can see it. And then we got a clear one. You know what clear lip gloss looks like, so I'm not going to swatch it and insult your intelligence. The bronzer was honestly, if I had to pick one product from all of this that I absolutely loved, it would probably be the bronzer. The bronzer and the blush. It's just so good. It's so good. It's a good color. It's buildable. Blended nicely. Wasn't patchy. Sometimes bronzers can get really patchy. Also, adding that as we speak to my product pile. What else did we use? The Moonstone, Moon Glow. The highlighter's good. I knew the highlighter was good though because I've been using it for years. I don't usually stick to that highlighter, but I might have to add it back into my collection. I usually jump around. I'm a highlighter whore, and I'll just stick with one. There's the blush. I found it. Is that everything? I think we talked about everything. Did I miss something? The lipstick. The lipstick is... I don't like the color of it. But what's that matter? The formula's nice. It's a creamy lipstick. I think it was like $3. It's tiny for the price. It's not bad. I'm just not an orange lipstick person. Like, I like a pink nude, and that's just not what this is. So that is all the products put to test. Like, I look good. Like, my face looks nice, and all the products are sitting well. I don't love the foundation. I think that's, if I had to pick one product out of this, I would say do not purchase. It would be the foundation, because it's fragranted, it's thick, and there isn't a lot of coverage, and it's not like it's like a skincare boosting product, so it's like, oh, it's just like moisturizing things. Like, why is it so thick? Other than that, that is today's video. We tested a lot of products, some fails, some good new add-ons that I'm actually going to use probably a lot. All for the price. I think a lot of the stuff was really worth it. And I think it was free shipping if you spent 15 bucks. And I got a lot of stuff. I think I spent, what, $27 on a full face. Well, almost a full face. I had a couple products, but a majority of the products, I would say you could probably get a full face of makeup at E.L.F. for under 50 bucks, which is good. So if you need that intro to makeup, or you want to use things, I think a lot of these products were good for that. Both of the lip glosses I think are great. I'm not feeling a lip gloss today. So that's all I have for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below your favorite E.L.F. product, or if any of these products that I used and you liked them and I didn't, tell me why. Subscribe for more videos, hopefully a good mix of content. I'm trying. This quarantine is really just fucking up my brain and my mental health. And I know I'm not alone in that, so it's not really like a complaining thing. It's more of like a, who's in this? Above all else, stay safe, happy, healthy, and play with makeup. See ya. Bye.